start with your character's name, Dick Shadow. Now, gotta ask. When you read that in the script, you just say, "Sign me up."
Well, Sandler actually told me this movie came about from a phone call I was having with Sandler, just a random call, and because he's been a friend of mine for years, and I said, I want to do some comedy, man, and he was asking me. He always asks me about all the directors that I'm working with because he likes all the dramas I'm making, and meanwhile I'm like, I want to have some fun though on one of yours, and he said an hour later he called me back. He says, I got it. You're gonna play a porn star, Dick Shadows, in this new movie I'm working on. I said, what? And I read the script, and I just thought the part was really funny, and I met Nick, who I really kind of responded to right away, and it's such a family, kind of, when you work with Happy Madison, you know, and it was just great for me to play on a different turf, and I look forward to doing some more comedies.
That's what I'm actually going to ask you next, is what is it about the Happy Madison family that, you know, so many people want to be a part of it, and people, once they're a part of it, kind of keep coming back?
Well, I think they're just great people, and they make funny movies, and they do it right, you know. This was a movie that could have easily been you know, dirty joke movie and kind of one-notish, you know, just kind of a venue for Nick to do his stand-up. But instead, I think it's much different than that. You know, that's like a great balance of lunacy and all those laughs, which I think it is one that you're going to laugh a lot throughout the film. But at the same time, there's this great kind of balance, and I think, you know, women are responding to it. And, like, what's interesting is that there's such a depth kind of to Nick's craziness, but at the same time you really care about his performance and you care about him as a person, and I think with all these characters, even some of the darker ones like Dick Shadow or Kevin Nealon's character, there's kind of a little bit of a sweetness in them too. So yeah. I don't know, I think they're really smart, and Adam and Nick and Alan Covert wrote a really funny script, and I'm just happy and honored to be a part of it.
Now, earlier this year you played a movie star in Somewhere, and now you're playing a porn star in this. Is it kind of a challenge or kind of an easy coat to put on, say, to play an actor being one, or is it still at the end of the day you're playing a character?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think they're so different. I mean, it's like you couldn't pick two more different films than Somewhere or Bucky Larson. I mean, Somewhere was a much different challenge because it's a realistic portrait of a guy. It's not really as much about a movie star. It's more to do with an adolescent father, you know, becoming a man, and it's a Sofia Coppola film, you know, which is a much different thing. Funny enough, Sandler, you know, and his wife Jackie, you know, loved Somewhere, and I remember Sandler wanted Sofia's number because he wanted to call her, and you know, what's interesting is when you work with different artists and different people, you know, the genres change, but it's amazing how we all really respect each other's work in different ways. You know, like for me, I love going to see a Sandler movie when it comes out because I get to go through a whole release and just kind of laugh and have fun, and you know, I really love Just Go With It, which I love Nick's character in that as well, and you know, the same goes for some of my other friends that are kind of big comedians too. I mean, I love watching their movies, and I think in turn they kind of get a kick out of what I'm doing on the other side, and so it's a nice thing to kind of support one another in different genres. And I think after Somewhere I decided I wanted to do you know, a bunch of different stuff, and you know, I tried to hit a lot of the different audiences. I don't think I've ever in a span of a year will have this many movies coming out where that couldn't be more different, you know, whether it's Bucky Larson or Immortals, which is coming, or Motel Life, which will be next year, or, you know, so like it's kind of cool. It's been a real, and I really credit Sofia for that, because since Somewhere I've been kind of nonstop with finding really great parts and movies, and so I love Soph for that, and I've said that a million times. But you know, it's also nice to have somebody like Sandler support me, and I was actually Sofia was really supportive of me doing Born to Be a Star, even though didn't know if I'd had the time, because we were just about to start shooting Somewhere, and we were heavily in prep on that movie, and she really made it happen for me. She said, if you really want to do it, I think it'd be funny for you to play a porn star. She got nervous when she saw my hair. She's like, but that's not your real hair. I said, no, my hair's underneath it. Don't worry, it'll be okay. And but yeah, I had a ball, and I've become really close friends with Nick, and I just really I want to see him in more movies. You know, he makes me laugh. So.
Yeah, you're just looking at the poster, you can't help but smile.
It's just crazy.
Yes, well, Stephen, thank you so very much.
Thank you, man.
All the best.
Thanks.